working our way through Tarantino still. Got another movie chest coming. So, yeah, I mean...
super interesting movie chest at that. I mean, you two over there. I mean, I don't know where they're at on your guys' screen, but they're on the right of my screen. What are you guys doing to us?
Listen,
I was gonna send a text earlier today that I'm just like, I don't think I can pick in the movie chest picks anymore. I don't think I should be allowed to pick anymore.
Just get like one or two.
Yeah, right. I just get like less picks.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get a stinker in there every once in a while, right? And just shake it up.
Hey, with a cast like that, I thought we could do no wrong.
Right?
You know?
Like,
you'd think
the
it's
cast.
good.
Yeah.
Well, let's just get into Swordfish, right? Let's get this one out of the way before we talk Tarantino, right? This was not my pick, so somebody else has to intro this shit.
Well, actually, I do have something I want to say. My mother has recommended and influenced my movie viewing for a long time, since I was a wee lad. You know, Goodfellas, one of her favorite movies, plays all the time at her house growing up. Casino, any gangster film, really. Heat, Al Pacino and De Niro, you know, they're staples. This was also one of those that she would just have playing all the time. And she would be like, I really like this movie. And as a kid, naturally, I was like, yeah, cool. Rewatching it now, though. Yeah.
It's a different experience.
It didn't age well.
Yeah.
A bit dated, maybe.
Yeah.
My mom, she has some good picks, but she's also got those bad picks too. So
Yeah, I mean, like, you think it was just like fueled by nostalgia or something? I mean, like, for instance, like back when we all watched like Tombstone, that's like a movie like I watched on TV when I was a kid, and I feel like that's kind of like fuels why I like still find it, I don't know, interesting or funny, whatever adjective you want to use to describe it, how I feel about it, I guess. Like, I don't know. Do you think it's like a similar situation to that, or like?
It's gotta be.
The problem with this one is that it's so bad that it's like, I don't know, there's no redeemable qualities. Like Tombstone is like schlocky and hammy, but it's self-aware enough to where it's acceptable, in my opinion. This one is like they're taking themselves seriously by starting off the movie with a monologue from John Travolta about
basically
bad
some
movies.
like meta shit. Yeah, right. Like
it's like, did he know this when he made this movie?
You know, it goes back into it at the end of the movie too, I'm pretty sure, right? Like,
they talk about it again. I missed that.
Just John Travolta voiceover. Maybe you guys all had tuned out by that point. I thought it came up, but I had tuned out too. So like,
yeah, I mean,
talking about Dog Day Afternoon, an actual good movie, and then I don't know.
I'm pretty sure this movie was made like because the scriptwriter put that scene in the first like scene. Like it's like the script was like bouncing around Hollywood. And then some executive picked it up and was like, "You're right, Al Pacino was the best in Dog Day After. This guy knows what he's fucking talking about. It seems pretty interesting. All right, let's make it." You know, like that's what this movie feels like to me. Like because that one, like clearly the scriptwriter put it in to like get the movie made or to like get an executive to read it. I don't know. It was just like sad.
Yeah, at least the first 10 pages. That is
right. That was
and then they completely stopped reading it afterwards because
like action, cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Car chase, bust in air. Oh fuck yeah.
Hackers.
Ball bearings flying through windows.
Human claymores.
I was the slow-mo explosion that plays in like the first 10 minutes or whatever. It feels like it's like the highlight feature scene of the movie in the first 10 minutes or whatever. But like it was cool.
Heavily focused in the trailers, probably.
Oh, you're right. It sold the movie, I'm sure. Like
slow-mo.
It was pretty. I mean, it was kind of goofily executed a little bit along the way, I thought, with like the sound effects or whatever. But you know, it was cool.
Like I thought it was a little like I don't know. It was a little heavy-handed in like the cutting from CGI to like. You know, everything speeds up and kind of like, you know, I don't know, like you could like tell it was like a hard like wipe cut.
Yeah, it's kind of like a joke. I was like, how it just cuts to like so fast.
Yeah, but it was like it did capture your attention. So unfortunately, I just had a hard time keeping it because the writing was so dog shit.
What, you didn't like the fucking male fantasy scene with the dude getting his dick sucked while he was hacking?
Was trying to hack into the defense department.
Like, you know, I was like wondering like how much of this like actually is realistic, like hacking wise. I don't know anything about hacking, but like, is any of this like,
I think
like
this is
what is
well
up with
known
the
as
fucking like you walk into like a 7-monitor like 7 monitors sitting at a desk or whatever.
I thought about that
Like
too.
why?
These babies
Like
can hack in individually to the fucking
like what the fuck? Like it's just one computer. Who gives a shit? Like
it's got the it's got the ring that can go through all 7. Holy
like,
shit,
what the
dude!
Fuck? I don't know. Just
I think this is
ridiculous.
honestly like notorious for being one of the worst like displays of hacking, at least in the early stages.
I didn't do any like research, so I just assumed it was fucking bad. Like,
like to be quite honest, the hacking scene that like I was waiting for, which is like the Hugh Jackman, like, come on, baby, what? No, yes, no. Like that, it actually wasn't that bad. I was like, oh, this is it, because it was mostly just like reaction on him, you know, and he's like just like going through the highs and lows of it all. But then it cuts to the screen and it's like this like DNA Rubik's code cube where it's like the visual effect that they made, obviously. And it's like, that means nothing to any hacking. Like, yeah, it's just like, what the fuck? But I don't know.
That's honestly, not a worm, that's a cube, sir.
Honestly, like, I thought I'd hate this movie more. But it actually wasn't that bad in my mind, and it's terrible. It's terrible.
What the?
It's not good.
It teeters on being so bad that it's good.
It like goes right there every once in a while.
Yeah, like the Nick Cage level of my rankings of Nick Cage, like the middle one where it's like funny bad.
Right.
Who okayed the idea to put the New Mexico filter on like level 10 throughout this whole fucking movie? Every single place that they were in, any building they were in, it was like the lights were on dimmers with orange gels in them. Like, can anybody see in this movie? Like IRL? No.
Yeah, that definitely dates it in my mind. This movie, it's pretty rough.
Holy cow!
Fucking Oompa Loompas hacking.
Yeah. A big problem I had early in the movie too, where I was like trying to get on board with the whole thing, is like, who am I supposed to be rooting for? You know, like we see Hugh Jackman right away in the first scene, and he's like, you get one look of like, people are dying in this kidnap situation, in this hostage situation. Like, it's like, dude, you were a part of this the whole time, and then it comes back, and it's like, are we supposed to root for him, who like clearly was involved, or like Halle Berry, who it took like 3 cuts to show that she's good at swinging a golf club, which is like not convincing.
Shit.
So like I'm not on board with her.
She does such a terrible such terrible technique.
It's
like, oh my God.
You have to cut away and then do a shot of like the golf ball flying, and
Jesus.
it's
like just teach her how to swing.
That's how you do it. Yeah. Or Don Cheadle, who is like one of the most boring characters I've ever seen in a movie, like doing just like the standard fucking police work.
I assumed he would be like better in this, but oh my God,
it
like
just blends in, I feel like, at certain points. But like, and then or John Travolta, who is just like telling you he has good taste in movies. Like, who would I care about? No one. I guess Hugh Jackman, because he has a daughter, but like, it's so lazy.
Yeah, that was super lazy.
Even like the writing for that kid, or like the kid's dialogue or actions are just so fucking bad.
You're gonna go back to jail, Daddy, if Mom sees you.
Or her outfit is just, oh my God, like what the fuck? Like,
even her glasses were orange tinted too. I don't know if you saw that, but like, come on,
more orange. We need more orange.
We're seeing the whole movie is from her POV actually, so that was the art of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I think I just have like not that John Travolta specifically did anything like, I don't know, that stood out to me as bad in this movie.
Yeah.
No, I just like, I think I just personally always had a problem with John Travolta. That is pretty bad. That is very bad. But
there's one scene actually of the landing strip that it's not there. It's when when after the explosion, like it recaps the explosion and he talks to Don Cheadle.
Burnt it right off his face.
Patch. But then it's back in the next scene. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, forgot to put it on one scene. Like,
I just forgot to pencil it.
Hair and makeup fucked up.
Where's my fucking soul patch?
No, I think I don't know. I've always just like, I don't know. I think
you can't take him seriously.
After I watched, I just can't take him seriously. It's like I don't really have a problem with like most people, but like I think it was just like after I watched. Is it like Battleground Earth or some shit like that?
Oh my God!
The Scientology movie. Mm-hmm. And after I watched that, I just like
who is this guy?
I don't know. I can't do it anymore.
No, I get you. To me,
it wasn't
like,
as bad with Pulp Fiction, at least. I feel like he fit in that, but like because we watched that recently. But
it plays into his strengths. Here, I had like a weird overlap of like the star power in this movie. It's kind of like a weird like hinge point of like 2001. Because like John Travolta's, I feel is like at the
was popular before that.
He's like at the tail end of his like Pulp Fiction revitalization. You know what I'm saying? Like where he's playing whatever the fuck Face Off or whatever. He's like doing all this action shit. You know. And Halle Berry feels like she's like at the absolute peak of her career in this. Like she's doing her nude scene. She's obviously just there to look fucking hot and be that character. And it's Halle Berry, you know. And then Hugh Jackman is like taking his first steps as like this superstar. There's like these like weird like 3 levels of stardom in this movie that they try to like make work. It just doesn't feel like it adds up or something. Yeah.
Probably like attributed to the fact that you didn't really know who you were rooting for the whole time.
Right. Yeah. It's like
they're all fucking eye catching and
right. And I think that was the hope for the script in the movie, is just like get the cool star power names, put them in the same scene, and hope that this action movie is good, because the script is like enough to make it a movie. You know,
I will say too, you can't just blame me and Noah for picking this. You gotta blame whoever the fuck put this in the movie chest, right?
At the end of the day,
Agreed.
It's my fault.
Who the fuck put this in there?
Was it you? Not me. I've already seen it. So
I put it in there. I wanted to watch it, so I'll face it. But it's just and to be quite, I'll give it 2.5, because to me, it's like it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Like I was wondering if I should give it 2.5 or 3. Like I don't think I want to give it 3 though. I think I'm going to settle on 2.5 and
2. Yeah. I think it's around there.
Yeah,
between 2 and 3 is like a
2.
I don't know, dude. That scene, like after Hugh Jackman, like you meet his daughter and all that, and he just like tumbles down that hill. I was just getting flashes of hot rod, of like hot rod. He's like fucking. I was like, oh, this is where we're still falling.
I love how they tumble down this giant ass hill and then continue to run, but then they only have like one cut on each of their sleeves, like on their clothes. But
Not
also, I'm thinking, I'm only 26, and I fell off my one wheel, and I couldn't walk for a week because I fucked up my ankle. And the way they jumped off this cliff and just hooked the landing right on those ankles, I'm like, no way, these guys are like dirty. They're done.
Yeah. Dude, that is like another thing I was gonna say. Hugh Jackman is just some hacker. Like, and then flash cut to him at the end of the movie firing an RPG at a helicopter. Like, how does he know how to do that? Like,
it's all about the journey, right?
Badass.
Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense.
I feel like also like in the 90s and early 2000s, there had to be like, there was like a per capita thing that you had to like reach, where you break a pane of glass, or glass has to shatter like every 30 to 60 seconds in an action sequence, or else it's like unviable. It's like, we didn't get the fucking glass shattering. What the fuck did we do? Like, I don't know. It's like so many panes of
I'm not
glass
engaged
lost.
enough.
Yeah, it's like, I lost my
interest is lost.
So many panes of glass lost, and just for like minimal effect in a shitty action sequence. You know, it's just like it's just too much at a certain point.
It's also crazy. Go ahead. He's like trying to be low key and do this stuff, John Travolta, and then he just stands up on his convertible and just starts blasting these motherfuckers in the middle of the street, and then goes on this long rampage. I'm just like, I don't know if that's like,
it's like he's supposed to be like low key and like nobody's supposed to know who he is, and then he's driving his fucking car around with like a European license plate. Like, I don't think you can just, that is like super uncommon in America. So I mean, like, I don't like, that's immediately like a tip off, right? I mean, like a cop would immediately pull you over, like if they saw you at least. Like,
after the big shootout, then they take pictures of him on the roof and they're like, wait a minute, is that him? It's like, what do you mean? Did you not just see the fucking shootout that happened the day before? Like, did that not make the news?
No, that's him. Yeah.
I know that landed strip anywhere. God damn it.
It's hard to miss. Well, you know, I'm glad we got it. We did it. We watched it. Sort of.
Yeah, some schlock in there sometime, you know?
Yeah. We can let it go. We can let it flow down the river.
Well, maybe like from now on, I should just like deliberately pick the shittiest movies that I can.
Well, The Room is in the next batch. Did you see that one?
I already got my picks actually.
Okay.
I think I have some pretty decent picks.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I did not pick The Room. So
cool. That's good. It's good to hear. Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna come up at some point. Like,
yeah. I mean, I haven't watched.
And I
it all
guess
the way
like if you
through,
don't space out the shitty movies in the movie chest, then like at the end you're just gonna be watching a bunch of shit.
True. It's very true.
Yeah.
So we were doing you a favor.
Yeah, it's a balance. You,
Right.
you felt the balance.
You guys are true
Rip
heroes.
the Band-Aid off. Yeah.